the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in every single state, all 50 of them, and proud of it, with currently our main office located in Las Vegas, Nevada. And you say, wait a minute, Stan, isn't Las Vegas about risk and the Annuity Man is all about non-risk? Because we only sell contractual guarantees. And the answer is yes. I'm a contrarian, but I love Vegas, you know. Been married for 36 years, don't drink and don't gamble, but the food's pretty darn good, and the vibe is good. I always tell people that there's no one, when you go to Vegas, everybody wants to be here, so it's a pretty good vibe. You know, if you stay at a hotel, everyone seems they're happy, even though they're probably blowing their mortgage payment, but that's a whole nother side note, right? But election season's here. What I'm going to try to tell you to do is vote with Annuity Strategies in mind. Okay, regardless of what party wins, it doesn't matter. I'm not political at all, never given $1 to either party or parties, independent, whatever, green, whatever. Never going to, because I don't want them to bug me more than they already do. But, you know, vote with Annuity Strategies in mind. You're like, wait a minute, shouldn't I be voting with the economy and foreign policy and taxes and all that stuff? Yes, absolutely. Yes, you should. Military, all that stuff. Yes, obviously. But for the 13,000 of you baby boomers in that demographic tidal wave I always talk about, turning age 65 every single day, most of you in that category, or if you're looking at that category or past that category, you're looking for guarantees with a portion of your portfolio, okay? Now, what I would tell you to do if you haven't already done this is focus on what I call income floor. What is the income floor, Stan? It's the annuity you already own. Yes, you already own one. Social Security is the best inflation annuity on the planet. If you have a pension, if you have dividend stocks, rental properties, you know, the money that hits your bank account every single month, regardless of Republican, Democrat, Independent in office. Now, the reason I want you to do that is none of us know about if the bull market's going to continue, if the bear market is on the way. We don't know. We don't know if artificial intelligence is going to drive things. We don't know. None of us know. And the people that do know, you're never going to talk to because they know. So what I want you to do is, I guess, hedge your bet. Vegas coming out of me, just like the sweat. It's a Vegas saying, hedge your bet. And hedging your bet and voting Annuity Strategies during elections in general is putting that income floor in place. Now, you got to say, wait a minute, Stan Annuity Man? That's how they talk in rural North Carolina, where I'm from. Stan Annuity Man? They talk in the back of their throat. What about this 4% rule that my advisor and I've been reading about and all this stuff? The 4% rule, for those of you who don't know, is never, ever, ever, ever buy an annuity, ever, and just take your stock, bond, mutual fund, crypto, whatever in your portfolio, and just take out 4% per year as the income, so you never have to lock in money with annuities, etc. That is perfect. If the planets align themselves and all of us have six-pack abdomen muscles, which we don't, including me, that would be a great world that we live in. But 4% rule has been shot down by some pretty good experts out there, like Wade Pfau, P-F-A-U, if he's been on my Fun with Annuities podcast. He has shot that down in what I call factual fashion, to where the argument for that 4% rule is a very thin one, and it's been around for decades and decades. It's like me coming to you and say, you know what? You can still wear that leisure suit. You still look good with the butterfly collar and the whole thing and the chain and all that stuff. No, the 4% rule is like a leisure suit. It's time has come. At one point in time it worked, but in the global markets that we're in 24/7, 365, my opinion, having done this for a while, and remember, Stan the Annuity Man before the baseball cap and the logo gear, I worked for Dean Witter, and then I worked for Payne Weber, I worked for Morgan Stanley, I worked for UBS, which is Union Bank of Switzerland. So I've been on that side of the table on the growth side. That 4% rule was taught to me at the Dean Witters and the Payne Webers, and I was a young skull full of mush, and I was like, oh, that sounds good. But it's not. Okay, the reason that you want to use annuities for income flooring is it's guaranteed. So you can do a lifetime income stream. There's 4 different types of annuities: single premium immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, qualified longevity annuity contracts, and income riders. All of those are lifetime income products that's going to pay as long as you're breathing. Even if you're on a ventilator, it's going to pay. So if you put that in place with your Social Security, then the growth investments that you have, the non-annuity investments, you don't have to disrupt. You don't have to take the 4% out. The reason that's important is if you're going solely by the 4% rule, and we have a down year this year, a little bit of an up year next year, and a very down year the following, you still have to take the 4% out, and you are disrupting those investments. It might not be the right time. What I'm saying is, why wouldn't you put the income floor in place and then have the growth assets? Which leads me to another point. You should never have more than 50% of your investable assets in annuities of any type. If you need to put more in, you're going to have to talk to us and convince us, because the annuity industry, National Association of Insurance Commissioners, suggest, underline bold, that you should not overfund annuities. And I always tell people, use as little amount of money as possible to solve for the contractual goal that you need. And annuities solve for 4 things. The acronym's PIL. P stands for principal protection. I stands for income for life. L stands for legacy, and the other L stands for long-term care. Principal protection, income for life, legacy, long-term care. If you don't need to contractually solve for one or more of those things in the PIL, then you do not need an annuity. Never buy an annuity for market growth. Now, the agents and advisors that are watching this, hi, thank you for watching. They're yelling at the screen because, I got an annuity for market growth. Well, if it's an indexed annuity, no, you don't, because that's a CD product developed in 1995 to compete with CD returns. If it's a variable annuity, you have a little bit better argument. We don't sell variable annuities, but you have a little bit better argument because there's mutual funds inside. But in my opinion, the fees on those products are pretty prohibitive. And if you find a no-load variable annuity, there's a handful of them out there. The choices aren't that good. So when you're casting your vote with Annuity Strategies in mind, think of this. If you think there's going to be high taxes of the candidate that you don't want to win, and they win and they come in and they raise your taxes, you can use annuities for lifetime income. That income is tax preferential. So you can use an IRA, Roth IRA, non-IRA. But let's talk about non-IRA accounts. The income coming from those are those 4 types of annuities for lifetime income: immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, QLACs, and income riders. That's a combination of return of principal plus interest. You're not going to be taxed on the principal, just the interest. So there's just a portion of that lifetime income that's going to be taxed until the account gets to 0. At that point in time, the annuity company keeps paying, but then you pay taxes on the full amount, even though the account's at 0. So that's the way to combat it with, if you think taxes could go up and be confiscatory and evil, if your money's in an IRA, it's going to be taxed just like everything else in your IRA. If it's in a Roth IRA, it's non-taxable at this point in time, unless the politicians change their mind. Hope they do not, but I'm not sure if I trust them for that, because at one point in time, Social Security was tax-free. The other strategy, if you think that taxes are going to go up, is you could buy a multi-year guarantee annuity, which is the annuity industry version of a CD, and just let that interest grow and defer and compound during that administration's time as you wait for tax rates to be a little bit more preferable to your situation. So go into that voting booth, vote your conscience, do the best you can. Know that the dumbest person on the planet's vote out, it nullifies yours, but don't let that get you down. But have some annuity strategies in mind, regardless of who wins. And remember, politics, no politics, red, blue, independent, you need an income floor. You need to establish a contractual income floor, in my opinion, and that should be your focus. My name is Stan, the Annuity Man. I am America's annuity agent, well-dressed, with the Carolina blue baseball cap on and all these chains and all this midlife crisis stuff. But I'm feeling pretty good, getting ready to be a grandfather for those of you that care, which is pretty cool, and that's going to happen. And I think I'm going to be a really good grandfather. The kid's going to call me Tex. Don't ask why. I'm not from Texas. I've never been on a horse, but I just think I could pull that off. So maybe the next video you see me, I'll have a cowboy hat on. It'll have the logo on, but it'll be great. I'm Stan, the Annuity Man. See you next time.